July 2018 has been the most stressful time in my music career. Heck, it might even be the most stressful time in my life. Here's what's been happening. My progressive metal band, Test the Divide, planned to launch our debut album on the 3rd of August with a concert. For those of you who attended the concert, or have already heard the album, obviously know that we managed to meet the deadline. But things really didn't go as planned. It all started last year when we decided to build our own studio to fully produce the album. The studio was supposed to have been completed by November last year, but because there were many hiccups during the renovation process, it was only finished in April 2018. Then came the songwriting process. We had about 6 songs and only one of them had vocals. With the recent addition of a full-time singer into our roster, we definitely needed more vocal tracks. Thus, we had to write 2 more songs with vocals, possibly modifying some of the existing ones to include vocals, or changing them completely. So we decided to scrape some songs and modify some, as well as write new vocal songs. What was left was we only had 2 complete songs at this point in time. First, getting the drum and mic set up just right took 2 weeks of experimentation, and we were constantly changing stuff around. I also learned how to properly tune drums melodically to actual pitches to get the best tone, and it took 2 hours to tune the whole kit the first time we tried, even with 4 people doing it. But we were dedicated to doing everything right nonetheless, no shortcuts. You can imagine the rest of the band dealing with their own instrumental logistics too, finding time to finish 6 more songs, on top of going to work to feed ourselves. And if you thought that was it, here come even more obstacles. In June, I was called back to serve in the army for mandatory reservist, rendering me completely useless for 2 weeks. I did finish tracking 2 songs before we left for reservist, but to my horror, I found out that I had to redo the same 2 songs after reservist because the snare and kick tones didn't work in the preliminary mixing. There were also conflicts during the songwriting process, which led to change after change and disagreements of what was working and what wasn't. So, as of July 2018, we have only completed writing half the album. I had tracked none of the songs and was seriously in need of practice, so go ahead and imagine my panic. Somehow, in the span of 4 weeks, we needed to complete writing 4 songs, practice them to a good enough level, track all 8 of them, edit the tracks, mix and master them, and rehearse for the show. And one of those songs went like this. Honestly, I'll need 2 weeks just to comfortably master a song like that one. So naturally, my brain analyzed the situation and told me that this was impossible and that I'm just out of my mind, that I should really simplify my parts. But here's what I told my brain in response. Screw you, I refuse to put out something that isn't the best representation of Test the Divide, so I'm gonna do it anyway. So here's the madness that followed. The main songwriter Thomas would finish and send me a rough demo of a new song. I'd spend the morning programming drums over the demo, transcribe as much as I could after lunch, and proceeded to practice the rest of the afternoon. Come nighttime, I'd modify whatever didn't feel right during that practice, finalizing more drum parts and transcribing it fully on paper. And after about 2 to 3 days of practicing, I'll go into the studio to record the song. This went on for the rest of the album. As if that weren't hard enough, we made tough decisions to modify some of our songs during this time. For example, we changed the choruses of Silver and added a new outro 1 day before I was due to record it, which delayed the work by another 2 days. And during these 2 days, I twisted my right foot and had to track 2 of the songs with my twisted foot. You can imagine the same mad rush for all the other members of the band. For most of the songs, they had to be edited, mixed and mastered in just 5 days. And for our single Sorry, which had to be out in the middle of July, there was only 2 days to mix and master it. Somehow, despite all of that, we managed to pull it off. Sure, it was far from flawless. I mean, the drum parts could have been neater and tighter in some parts. Same goes for the editing. The mixing could have been more balanced and could have used so much more time. But we did the best we could anyway. As for me, it wasn't because I believed that I could do it. In fact, my brain was constantly sabotaging me and telling me how impossible my current task was. Instead, I chose to ignore that voice that was sabotaging me, to go against my own belief, to go against my own mind. And that slowly took away the power of that belief. With every song that we completed along the way, every small victory, a new belief began to emerge, and it grew louder and louder, telling myself that I'm actually doing it and that I can do it. So the next time you believe something is impossible, and if it's of utmost importance to you, you have two options. You either accept that belief, or you go against it. And I suggest trying the latter. You might just surprise yourself, and even if you fail, I'm sure you would have learned something valuable during that experience. So anyway, you can listen to my band's debut album Silver on Spotify, iTunes, and Apple Music. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll leave you with a snippet of the concert that we did on the 3rd of August.